Did you tell us to get out?
I don't want to think about that.
To go to them? There seems to be a pattern here. Hi and welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my review for Amazon's original series called Them. This is a very intriguing. I'm very excited to talk about it. Which is your favorite film out of these two? Get Out or Us? Let me know in the comments below, but for now, let's jump into the review. A black family moves into an all-white Los Angeles neighborhood where malevolent forces next door and otherworldly threaten to taunt, ravage, and destroy them. So the story follows a family, the Emerys. We have two daughters, a wife and a husband, and they're moving to California, to a white neighborhood. They are African American, and immediately the white people there in this neighborhood do not want African American people to start coming into their neighborhood because they feel like they're lesser than, and they show them. And so we have two storylines here in these 10 episodes. It's 45 minutes apiece, and normally when I go into watching something that's 10 episodes long, I kind of settle myself in and going, oh, okay, this is probably gonna be a long haul. But man alive, I just rushed through these episodes. I do have to say, in episode 5, and I'm not doing spoilers, but I'm just saying episode 5, there is a scene that if people are affected by young ones being hurt, then maybe the series isn't for you, because it kind of all centers around there is a thing that happens to this family which makes them move, and this basically shapes them as to who the family they are and shapes things in the future. And it's really nasty. And the way it's done is brilliant, but horrific. And so I'm just giving you a warning, like a discretionary view. This is harsh. There's some very, very harsh scenes to watch. And never mind the racism. There's just other stuff that's going on here that are hard to watch. That is my discretionary warning. Okay, back to the review. So we have two things happening here. We have the racism that is just rife for all to see. We obviously have that juxtaposition of this one African American family living in a white neighborhood, and everywhere they walk, white people just be crazy, white people just be nasty, and you know, that hurts my heart. I hate racism so much. When I see something like this, my wife can't even watch stuff like that. She just walks out the room. She's like, I can't handle it. So here's me gritting my teeth going, oh. So it brings those emotions out of you, and the whole way, that is a theme that's played throughout. So you're on this family's side. However, there is also this malevolent supernatural storyline that is happening in this town, and it kind of centers all around it and skirting around the edges. Do my best not to do spoilers, but to talk about it a little bit, I kind of have to give you an insight as to what's happening in this storyline. So we have this malevolent stuff that's going on, and a lot of the time it kind of plays with your mind. Is it what is it or isn't it? It feels like everybody in this town is going a little bit crazy or a lot crazy. It's especially designed to make the African American family kind of lose their nuts and bolts, and so each episode we see them kind of unraveling a little bit until obviously we get that crescendo of the big reveal and the big kind of, oh my gosh, this is what's happening to them. The filming is like none other that I've seen for a long time. It definitely wants to be Get Out, and it definitely wants to be Us, but it's also doing its own thing. It reminds me a little bit of Lovecraft Country as well. It has that air of supernatural scariness to it. But for the most part, every single episode is flipping tense, and I'm serious. It's seriously tense. Even when people are just having conversations, just normal, face-to-face, eye-to-eye, sitting down on the couch, having a cup of tea. If you remember Get Out, when someone is having a cup of tea and they're stirring, and they go, ding, you're like, oh no, please don't give me a cup of tea, stop stirring that. That is the sort of intensity you get in this series. The acting is phenomenal. Everybody, I mean, from young to old, whatever race they were, I just felt like the casting was perfect. Everybody brings a craziness, an intense craziness that is exactly what the camera was trying to capture. And talking about the camera techniques that you get in this, close up, movement, slow panning. Like, slow panning is the name of the game when it comes to this series technique in filming. If you notice it, then it's not really quite doing its job, but it's used so much as a technique. When I watch it as a film buff myself, with having a degree in film, I see certain things of how they use techniques, and the way they use slow panning almost in every shot is just creepy. So we have a slow pan that's coming in this way and left and right, or somebody sitting on the floor and suddenly the camera would tilt and twist round. There is an intentionality to every single scene with their score and their actors and their color palette that kind of heightens your tension. So you're tense already, you're sitting forward on the couch, but man alive, the intentionality to keep you at that level of intensity. You're not going to know what's going to happen from moment to moment. Even though someone on camera is just having a damn conversation, you're like, My wife watched a couple of the episodes with me because it's 10 episodes, so I can't keep her out of the lounge for 10 episodes, or eating dinner with one of the, and she's like, I can't handle it, and she's eating too quick because the emotional intensity of the series is making you eat too quick. If you ever watched an episode or a film where that's done, you make the mistake of eating food while you're watching something really intense. That is this series. So on the one hand, it's definitely got something to say. Obviously talking about the political nature of the times, talking about the color. Obviously color is an actual character in this as well, from reds to an episode 7 in black and white. There is just a vast array of creativity to the way they want to tell their story. For me, this series is an A+, like, no question. It's just that good. But it's also a series I don't know if I ever want to watch again, because of that intensity, but also because of the genre and the content that it covers. My son is in the room, he's on the Mac, and he can hear some of the stuff that's going on, and he gets drawn to kind of some of the moments. He's like, Dad, why are you always watching some of this dark stuff? And that does seem to be where the world is at the moment. Really dark drama seems to be the name of the game. It also harks to some really great storytelling. So it's dark, but it's excellent. Every shot, every morsel, it feels like you're watching something that you could feed on as a creator. You're like, this is incredible. There's one actor who plays a character that is so scary, what for me rivals it. And it's just a bit of makeup, but the way that Erica contorts their face, smiles, the scripting, the dialogue in those moments are just damn right creepy. And I would love to interview that actor alone, just to see how they got him to do that, how they got him to become that character. It's a transformation that is excellent. I could list the IMDb actors. The amount of talent that I saw in this series is incredible, just from on screen, from dialogue to presenting. At no point do you really go, oh, those are actors reading off or doing some decent acting. You're just kind of like, oh, you're watching something happening to people. You just believe that they are those people. It's like watching a documentary because you feel like it's real. That is some of the best TV I've seen in a long time, but also the creepiest. So it's an A+ for me. Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited to watch this? I'm going to do kind of spoiler moments, some of the best moments in this series, once this is aired. So look out for that, and then we can chat to our heart's content with spoilers. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long Tuesday.